demon sub tries not to crease, and Dean-wise keeping nice and warm in bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the Candyman is opening another can. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. Sometimes they're salty about the gaming biz, and nobody knows who Upworlder is. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop 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 time.
Good evening, everybody, and happy 2025. We hope you all had a good Christmas.
Time already?
Sorry?
Is it that time already?
Yeah, afraid so. Afraid so. Sorry to break it to you, but you're back on the grind, son.
Does that mean we have to make some more targets that we won't achieve?
Yeah, we'll just basically the next 2 hours is just us telling a load of fucking lies. Check back in Christmas 2025 to see just how unrealistically balls it is. So yeah, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. We all hope you had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. I'm still so relaxed with the festive season, I forgot to schedule the stream. So hopefully some people will turn up in the chat. So yeah, let's give a shout out to the people in
The diehards that are here.
the fucking the diehard crew, the A-listers. We've got Tim, some dude on YouTube, who's dropped in and then dropped out by the looks of it because he's watching the telly.
It's a
with his
shame
missus.
Oh, I've got paint in my on my headphone. It's a shame Tim's not here though, because Tim, you may notice in the background when you're watching this later, I've got fucking art.
Yeah, he's got his walls are as no longer as bare as his balls. He has stuff on the walls. Look at that. Fucking. Admittedly, it's fucking minute, but it's there. It's
the thought that counts.
We've also got Cheese Me. Hello, Cheese Me, sir. Happy New Year to you. We've got Demon Sub. Darren, hello. And we've got Spam and Egg, who, for those of you who don't know, is David's other half. So, ooh. Darren's been watching. Is that a lot of anime, Darren, that you've been watching? Been gorging?
It's either that or he doesn't want to say the word beginning with hate.
We've been watching a lot of hentai. Very good. Gundam is still. I think Gundam's still on my list. I can't see me getting into it.
I don't know, right? Hear me out. We've got new painting competitions coming next year, boys and girls. We've done some research. We've done some talking with V on the matter, haven't we?
Yeah. Have you got a list of the topics?
I have.
Oh, right. Are you going to spoil them?
No, I'm not going to spoil them yet. We've still got last year to close out first. That's next week's stream, bitches. Come back for more information next week. But Gundam would fit one of them. Possibly even
Okay.
two. Just saying.
So yeah, David's mentioned our painting competition. Well, can't say competition. Our painting participation event. If you want to stick a submission in, there is an email address in the video description here on YouTube. Or if you're in the On Tabletop Discord server, you can direct message me with your submission. We will be talking about them on next week's stream and showing off some pickies, because we first Monday in each month that we do a club event with our local club, we have like a painting competition. It's not really a competition, and this month's theme is accept my gifts, accept my sacrifice. Now, which brings us on to the next part of the show, following our usual format, which is where David and I tell you what we're working on. I've had a bit of a genius idea, because obviously David and I have both got versions of the Mythic Battles game. Hello, Ewok! Very good. Do you know what, mate? One of these days you're going to post something really embarrassing with this getting the wrong chat business. So yeah, David and I both got a version of Mythic Battles. I've got the original Greek-themed Pantheon. David's got Ragnarok. So obviously, we were the gods and thing was probably there for the accept my gifts, accept my sacrifice sort of thing.
Little bit low hanging.
Yeah, but I had Happy New Year to you, Ewok. I had a gift for Quithmouth, for a Quimbo gift, which I'll show to everybody now.
Did you have to say it like you're having a stroke?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to tell the difference when you're actually having one, dude.
Oh
It's
no.
going to be the boy that cried wolf.
Oh no. Where's my... Don't tell me my phone battery's... Notice. What? Shut up. Just give me my camera shot and don't be a dick. Just bear with me, everybody. What?
For those of you that are new here, and for those of you that have been here before, I think later this month we're going to fucking put a bingo card up so that you can all play bingo at home, because we've just ticked off technical difficulties in the first 5 minutes.
It's in the theme tune. It's got to be in the show. Right. I'm now there. For some reason, my...
Don't say it like that, because
actually,
somebody's going to clip that and do it over like a really not very pretty picture of your face. Okay,
so David got me some Carnivale. So I've decided I've got enough. It's the velvet lederhosen with the studs facing inwards. Genius. No, do you know what? I didn't get some, but that's definitely on the list for next year now, Ewok. So David got me some Carnivale. I've already got enough Strigoi to pretty much do every list I might want to do.
However, you are missing the best Strigoi boy.
Oh, the huge bloody size of a house bloody bat thing.
Yes.
Anyway, so I've decided my second faction, because it's always nice to have two factions for games, just in case you want to demonstrate the game or bring a new player in. So I'm going to go...
What you mean is bully people into participating.
Yeah, bully people into playing your game. Never a bad move. I decided to go for the Vatican. I think these are probably the close or the most opposite to the Strigoi that I could think of. You've got basically the papal fanatics. You've got heavily armored knights, priests, with sort of magical
And
abilities,
the guy in the
angels.
center of that box is the fucking absolute bane of your fucking Strigoi life.
What's that? The
The Exorcist.
oh yeah.
That doesn't allow you to use will points.
Oh yes, that's right. He's the hard counter to the Strigoi faction. This can go well. But if we have a look at this box here, we have, if we turn it over, we can actually see the miniatures. We have this altar boy with his sort of censer, and we have the guy with the crucifix that he's carrying on his back. Now, I saw these models, and immediately I was like, hang on a minute. Accept my gifts, accept my sacrifice. Boom! Done. Good evening, Toros. Yes, Ewok, we have a blindfolded altar boy. I think, what's he doing? He's milking a cow blindfold, is it? Is that what they do?
I mean, it's safe, isn't it? Oh, wait a minute. It's the Catholic Church. No, no, boys and girls, we are not safe.
So my job tonight. My job tonight is to get both of these assembled. If I can get any of the other miniatures assembled, that's bonus ball territory. Because I need to get these assembled.
Please. Are you at least washing them before you assemble them?
Do you know what? I probably will have to dip out and get a little thing of warm water and fairy liquid. Although, to be fair, I did think if I super glue them, I can always dip and rinse them after they're assembled. It doesn't matter, does it?
Just bear in mind how fucking fragile TT Combat sculpts are.
So that's my job for tonight. Get these two ready to go. If I get these assembled, and if I get everything assembled, which is bloody unlikely given the way things run on a stream, I want to get primed as well. But minimum is get these assembled because they've got to be primed and speed painted like a biatch this weekend. So that's what I'm on with.
Don't you be speed painting Christmas prezzies? It's not on.
They are from Booby Combat. Yes, they are. TT Combat. Carnivale, the Vatican dogmatists. Because this is the great thing about Carnivale, for those of you who don't know, is that basically you only need to buy 2 boxes pretty much for any faction to give yourself enough of a model collection to build great lists.
To be fair, Spam got the better end of the deal. Look what she got for Christmas.
She got the hose. But one word of caution. When you're looking through which boxes to buy, check the model list against the
builder
army, the free list builder on TT Combat's website or online, carnivalethegame.com, I think it is, because there is a huge variation in the boxes in terms of the mix of henchmen.
I tell you, where is the best place to go if you are starting?
What are they called, mate? Heroes.
Heroes and henchmen.
Heroes and henchmen. And
the best thing to do before you even go anywhere near that is have a look at the factions and have a look at the starter complete gangs. There is an icon on the website that indicates that they're a starter gang. It's like a Carnivale mask with a smiley face.
That is true. The because when you're building a legal list, I'll move this light in a minute. I know it's making me look a bit bloody silhouette. When you're building a legal list, you have to have an equal number of heroes and henchmen.
And a leader model.
Yeah. Oh, well, not an equal number. Let me rephrase that. You must have as many or more henchmen than heroes. You can't have more heroes than scrubs. And some of the boxes mean that you can end up with a bit of a skewed collection.
Quite wonky.
No, they don't, Shakos. But in fairness to your opponent, it's probably best to try and build a valid list. Otherwise, you end up skewing your power level, which can be a bit shitty.
Looking at you, lad.
Yeah, yeah, that was because this was a trap that I fell into with the Strigoi, unfortunately, because a lot of their models are very powerful and elite. So I ended up with a bit of a dearth of fucking henchmen for list building.
You had a hero fest.
Yeah.
No henchman.
So yeah, that's my plan for tonight. Wish me luck. We'll see how we get on. What about you, mate?
Do you want to come down to the desktop?
Yeah.
We are, he says. There we go. We are 6 and a bit hours into painting the multi-award-winning Moonstone miniatures. If it's on here. Is it on here? There we go.
I'm just going to get rid of the phone.
So I'm currently just doing some detail brushwork on.
You're just out of shot, so people are watching your brush and fingertip.
There we go.
Yeah,
So
multi-award-winning Moonstone.
Multi-award-winning Moonstone. We are currently just finishing off because we started these before Christmas. We are at this point, I want to say about 6
Hello,
hours
Chris.
in.
Happy New Year, mate.
I will probably get this finished by about the 8-hour mark, which is not bad for 7 miniatures.
Not holes, Tauros. Whores.
I mean, whores have holes, don't they?
That was so fucking obvious. I'm glad you did it, though. I'm glad you said it. So
look, I've got to give to the audience. They're here to have.
So are you gonna show off your minis, or should I come off your desk?
Yeah, bear with me. Bear fucking with me. So
I
Bristle Nose is finished.
He's finished. He doesn't look like his base is done.
Other than his base, we're doing everything at the end with the base.
Okay.
Powder Monkey needs a tiny bit more work on that fuse, but then we'll be finished. Swiggity Swooty is 90% of the way there. I've just got to pick out a hand axe and all of the suckers on the bottom of my blue ringed octopus.
I must confess, mate, these models are looking fantastic, considering the time you've put into them.
Peggy's nearly done. I've just got to do her stocking and some details on her belt and stuff. The captain's basically done at this point. I've just got his fucking judge's hairpiece that you can barely see under his wig to do. Yeah. And then Krusty Balboa is probably the one that needs the most work.
Yeah, you still got some bits on the old lobster to paint, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay,
but
coolio.
In the grand scheme of things, getting there.
What, are you 6 hours in?
At this point, if you come away from my camera, I'll tell the boys and girls exactly how many minutes and hours I'm in. We are 6 hours, 43 minutes into this hole.
Ooh, loving it. Yeah.
I love this brush rage app that we recommended the other week, boys and girls.
It's your new obsession, is it?
It's my new obsession because it means that I can go, oh yeah, you know those 7 miniatures?
Do you know what I'm going to do?
They took me this long.
I am going to.
And I would highly recommend, if you struggle with project planning, getting overwhelmed, and everything else, go download the Brush Rage app. It's free, and you can act like a personal barcode scanner because you can scan all of your paints in.
It does have some great features. I'll be brutally honest, I haven't been using it much, but that's because that's just the way
You're an old man,
yeah,
and you're technophobic.
I've got my system. My system is already sort of like embedded into what I do. So, I haven't really got. It doesn't really add anything for me. Hobby projects. We need to go to Gotham City Chronicles.
But anyway, boys,
I'm just going to make a note here. I've got some paints on my desk that I'm just about to clear out, and I need to make a note of what colours I've got here, because they were used to paint these Gotham City Chronicles miniatures. Chain Fist, guys.
I am, however, thinking multi-award winning Moonstone, a bunch of pirates for accept my gifts, accept my sacrifice.
Do it.
I mean, there's a guy throwing a fucking hand grenade for crying out loud.
Do you know what? We run a very relaxed ship with our painting event. The idea of it is primarily just to get people to paint something, anything. So, do you know what, mate? If it helps you get the project finished by next week, stick them in. It's not going to hurt at all.
Can I stop getting paint on my fucking headphone cable?
He's painting everything tonight. Fucking accoutrements. So yeah, that's the other staple part of the show. We've got another couple of things that we normally do every episode for those of you that are new.
We usually segue right now into talking about what we did at club this week, but unfortunately,
Christmas.
We didn't have one.
Yeah, because Christmas happened.
David, however, invited Paul over for a David's House Club version of events, and we played Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, so it's been mentioned already in the chat, but we played the first of the proper missions. We've finished the tutorial mission. So we're talking now about the Assassin's Creed board game from
Brotherhood of Venice, from Triton Noir.
Triton Noir, thank you very much. I periodically clean my lamp because I just end up painting the fucking cover. So yeah, we played the first of the proper things in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice, and it was really good fun. What was it, about 3 hours, something like that? We set up.
Yeah, probably, in the fact that we had to refer to the manual because we don't play Brotherhood of Venice all that often. So
no,
because it's been what?
Fuck.
3 and a bit months since we played last.
At least, yeah, and
we forgot the shit out of the rules.
I mean, to be fair, even setting the fucking game up was like, how do we do this again? But it was good fun. We still have some thoughts, don't we, mate? We're still not in love with. We're not in
this space because we may well do a full episode on it.
We should do. Point. I think we should do like a proper review when we've played a few more missions. I mean, we're still not in love with the alarm dice, which trigger the alarm state, because it's so fucking difficult to run the game in stealth mode.
I mean, again, I'm just saying,
it doesn't seem very Assassin's Creedy. But
well, again, there's only one way to turn off that alarm state. You know how in like OG Assassin's Creed you could go running across some rooftops to break line of sight, or go jump in a hiding spot to break line of sight, to stop you being oh no, not in Brotherhood of Venice. The Brotherhood of Venice, you've got the alarm on here. Have 15 fucking miniatures and you will deal with the consequences of your actions, because these are coming down every fucking turn.
And how do I turn the arm off again? Ah, well, you need this one specific equipment piece. Great. Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
But we managed to do the mission with 2 assassins, didn't die.
Nearly died.
You came close. You were down to 1 health, weren't you?
Yeah.
But we managed to do it. And I tell you what, we are learning. The game's got a bit of a learning curve on it, and there's a real fine balance between how aggressive you need to be to actually get things done, get the objective scored, and being too aggressive and getting your fucking ass kicked when the alarm state kicks off.
Yeah, but again, we got punished for going a bit slow,
Now then,
didn't we? Really?
so yeah, that was our hobby this week. A bit of Assassin's Creed board game at David's, which was good fun. Now then, cheese me. So the new Assassin's Creed game then, gonna get it or paint the old one first? So
No, no, Paul. This is the last thing we talk about before we go into the theme.
Okay.
Because it links so well with our
Okay.
resolutions.
We normally talk about some news after we've talked about club, but of course, Christmas, New Year, there isn't really a fucking great deal to talk about. The only video that I really wanted to talk about was this one, which probably only appeals to me, and the rest of you are going to go, yeah. Do you know what, cheese me? I think you might be the smart one. So this basically Squidmar.
Can I just make a public
Go on.
service announcement a second? Babe, I love the fact that you got me pro acryls. I fucking hate the bottles. I fucking hate them with a passion.
Don't you like the nipples?
No, right. Come down to my desk cam.
Oh God.
Come down to my desk cam.
Okay.
Right?
David. Yes, okay, go. Yeah.
I just want little drops of paint for the detail work I'm doing. All of this is out of Vallejo stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Relatively decent pro acryl. No wonder they give you so much extra paint in the bottle. That's the smallest drop that could be mustered from that bottle.
Jesus.
Fuck's sake. Good job I'm using it on other stuff in a minute.
He did shoot his load. Dear. And to be fair, as it's sprayed all over the top as well when you tried to close it back up.
No, because I've just wiped it all off. Because usually... There you go. I'll tell you the best thing, right? I've just opened and used this purple.
Yeah.
But because they all come, again, genius idea, Pro Acryl, send me new paints that are factory sealed for your freshness and safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I peel that off, I just use the paint on it. It's just a shame that I can't keep doing that forever because it's better than the fucking nipple on the bottle.
See what Spam's put? He wiped his tip.
I'm not rising to it.
Fucking genius. Oh dear. So yeah.
I like the paints. They're really good paints. But
do you know what? Isn't it funny? At least for the first time, we can say Games Workshop, great paints in shit containers. You're not alone. Fucking hell. It's not difficult, is it? Just cheap little fucking 18mm dropper bottles from China.
Or again,
they're probably about tuppence halfpenny.
Something that's usable that you don't have to fucking unscrew and fucking wipe down after you've used it. Shut up. I've just realised what I said.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, dear. Anyway. Yeah. Did you see that? Cheesy says you'll have to be pretty flexible to lick the tip. Coming back to the video that probably only appeals to me. Squidmar did a video about Games Workshop's foray into the music industry. Now,
I'm sorry, what?
I see this video is great on so many levels because unless you're my age and a complete fucking metalhead, you're gonna go, Warhammer had a record label. What the fuck are you on about? The only disappointment was that he didn't talk about Bolt Thrower enough. Anybody who's not familiar with Bolt Thrower, get the fuck on Spotify now, because they're awesome. Yeah, you see, Cheesy's like, bolt thrower? Question mark. Is that because you cut? I'll be honest, Shakos. I'm not a massive fan, but I saw this video and I was like, oh my god, so many memories. Okay, yeah, well, unless you're a complete metalhead, you never would have heard any of it, Cheese Me. And to be fair, although they set the record label up, I think they only released about 4 things on it before the whole thing fucking collapsed. And basically, all of the artists went to decent German labels like Earache and Noise that actually knew what the fuck they were doing with recording albums. Yes, who remembers the little plastic flexi single off the front of White Dwarf, Blood for the Blood God by Sabbath? Just in case anybody wants to have that argument in the car park, Martin Walkier is probably the best lyricist. Not necessarily the best singer, but in terms of lyrics, he's the best heavy metal lyricist that has ever lived. Fight me. Dreamweaver, Reflections of Our Yesterdays. Fantastic concept album. Brilliant lyrics. Fantastic. Go check it out.
I nearly dipped my brush in my vodka.
Yeah, this was very much pre-internet days. I mean, go and watch this video. Squidmark gets the message across. It was a complete, unmitigated fucking disaster and a bad idea from the get-go. But just remember, Games Workshop fucking things up since the 80s.
Hey, at least they're now, if not consistent.
I tell you what, mate, it's always been there. If they could fuck something up, they'll fuck it up royally. They're brilliant. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The only other video I've got, I'm banned from showing.
No, you're not banned from showing. It just we got to talk about around it before we go into talking about it proper because of one of the things that is the content of that video.
Okay. Whatever.
That's what I was saying. It needs to be the last news item before we go to the main topic. You know how we like to link things.
Are we sure that these are 30mm
plan
bases?
and segue them. For fuck's sake, Ginge.
What? I'm just checking these bases from TT
Fuck's
Combat.
sake, right. Stop being a cunt.
Oh, Cheese Me's already done it. Shh, shh. Cheese Me, you're spoiling his moment. Don't stop.
Carnivale, right? Build your gang. You have fucking gay altar boys, don't you?
I don't know if he's gay. He's blind. I know that.
Yeah, they probably blindfolded him to stop him running away from the Rogering.
Oh no. Oh no.
What are you all knowing at?
So basically, I don't use the stock 30mm lipped bases from Carnivale. I use the very nice resin flagstone ones.
Yeah.
I've only got 4 30s left, and I need 5.
Oh no. Well, hang on.
Hmm.
Let me double check that all of your shit is on 30.
It is, because I can see the 30s in the box, mate. That is so annoying. I have enough 40s to kill a horse.
What 30s are you on? What 30s are you running?
The actual resin cast TT Combat flagstone ones.
Which look like what, dickhead? Help me out here. Help me help you.
Hang on a minute. Let me show you.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, it's not a problem. I can buy more. It's just fucking annoying because it's already stalled my mojo. Can I unlock my phone, please? That would be really cool. if I
Cheese
can
me,
do that.
don't attack us like that. We
Oh,
do
shut
link
up.
things. We do occasionally make sense. Running order, yeah, that ship fucking sailed a long time ago.
Yeah, no, we're not organised enough for a fucking running order. Calm the fuck down, mate. Where are we? We want that. We don't want that. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Billy-doo. There you go, mate. That's what we're talking about. So these Malifaux-esque lipped
Oh, my
round
phone's got on
edge
screen.
30mm. These are identical to what
Right,
Weird
stay
uses for
there a
Malifaux.
second. I'm taking my headphones off.
These are the TT Combat resin cast ones that I use.
Fucking hawk.
To be fair, you Kings of War champions. Is this the reimagining of what was their skirmish Vanguard? Cheese me. Is that one of the things that's in that video? So yeah, it's a bit of a crapper, but I'm one short. But that's fine.
What, you mean these ones?
Yeah, them 30s.
You can have one of these, mate. Don't bother buying any yet.
That's all right. As I say, look, I've got too many 40s because the problem is you have to buy them either in mixed packs or in 10s.
Or in
So
a bulk M-pack like that.
Yeah, if you need any 40s, fucking don't buy them without checking with me. Okay, mate. So you've got a spare, so that'll be one of my other models.
I'm fairly sure they're 30s. Let me just double check before I...
Oh, I see. So it's going to be another Kings of War thing.
Yeah, these are
Okay.
30s, boy.
Okay. Okay. I see.
Let's put that with that, so I don't lose that.
So yeah.
No.
In terms
So
of hobby, should we talk about what we got for Christmas?
Well, yes, but
hang on a minute.
my talking about what I got for Christmas is a little bit dry on the hobby front. Shut up. You dirty old man.
No, I was just putting the dog on the sofa because he's whinging and pissing me off.
Which one?
Stanley, bloody knobhead. Christmas. Shout in the chat. What did you guys get for Christmas? Did you guys get any cool hobby shit for Christmas? I got these. Obviously, I've already showed off. Hang on. I got this from my stepson. Admittedly, I did ask for it, but it's still fucking cool regardless. Okay. Ta-da!
Nice, excuse me.
Mariana and Palau Islands campaign. So, obviously, everybody knows I've got my World War II Japanese for bolt action. Oh, mate. Oh, no. Really, Ewok? Man, that's shit. Sorry, mate. Cheesemy moved to a new house. Well done, mate. Good job. So I got this. Super cool. But even cooler than this, obviously, with the advent of Bolt Action 3rd edition, I think Warlord are a little concerned that their campaign books may be left to die on the shelf. Now, this has been discussed at length by loads of people in the Bolt Action sphere, but honestly, these historical campaign books are not at all useless with the advent of 3rd, okay? They still represent something that's very useful, very playable, and a good purchase. But I think because they're afraid they're gonna get left on the shelf, they've started doing little bundle deals where you buy this for 25 quid and you get a cool free mini. And the miniature you get with this campaign book is banging. Let me show everybody.
Is it a nice Japanese?
How fucking cool is that? You've got a Japanese dog handler, sort of prison camp guard style miniature. That is just the most banging miniature. That's probably the nicest
Hang on,
warlord.
he's got a German Shepherd.
I don't think it is a German Shepherd. I'm not
It
sure
looks
what
very German
it doesn't.
Shepherd-y.
I think it might be a Doberman. It's a prickier Doberman would be my guess, because it's got a docked tail, lifted ears. It's very thin, but I don't think it's one of the. It's definitely not a Shiba Inu or whatever the fuck they're called, or any of the Japanese breeds, as far as I can tell. It's definitely something else. But it is so cool, isn't it? That is a fucking great miniature. So yeah, that was that. And I think that was pretty much it.
I
hobby.
got the, in a similar vein to Paul, I got the Market Garden campaign book for Bolt Action.
Looks like a Ridgeback shagged a whippet. Rude. Hello, Damon. No, it's a Japanese, mate. It's a Japanese guard.
I did think it looked a little bit US Marine Corps.
Oh, it might be. No, you are correct. You've looked more closely at me. I was just looking at the fucking dog, and his rifle is bent. Actually, now look at it. But that's easy straightened because he's metal. No, you're right. He is a Yank because he's got a fucking Yank tin pot hat.
Damn it!
But that's fine. That's fine. Now I've got the campaign book. I've got to build myself a US fucking island hopping force, haven't I?
Have you?
Yep.
In a similar vein to Paul, I got what did I get? I got the Market Garden campaign book for Bolt Action. Thank you, Paul, for that.
You're welcome.
I got a nice little wolf mini from Ricky.
Oh shit! I still haven't opened my present from Ricky.
Oh,
That's upstairs in my Frostgrave bag. I wonder. I'll go and get it actually and open it on stream. You carry on telling people what you got for Christmas.
I got a big set of Oracles with Spam and Egg. And then I got a Dancing Groot and a new Calyx for the lounge as well, didn't I, babe? I will shout out what I got Spam, because she's getting into Carnivale. So we got, I got her the horse starter set from Carnivale, plus some dice, plus some bases. I think that was right. Plus other stuff. Am I a bit echoey, boys and girls at home? I feel like I'm echoey. No,
That's because you're shouting into the void, mate.
Still no ring. Why would there be a ring? It just sounds echoey. It just, without your breathing, it sounded echoey.
Right. Should we go down to
you're not
desktop?
meant to give them fucking horny ASMR, mate. I'm just saying.
Sorry, we're not on Twitch.
Where's the bathtub?
Right, okay. We're doing this. So, this is my present from Ricky, from Club. See if I can open this.
Mine was a nice 3D printed wolf that's down in the lounge. You know, where all good hobby things are kept, not in your hobby room.
To be fair, you've got some smart Kallaxes to keep all of your shit in, haven't you? It appears to be just a scrunched up piece of tissue. Oh, he's got me the same as you lot. A Wulf.
Is it a Wulfa on a Bassen?
Yeah. That's cool.
It is a nice little sculpt.
Yeah.
It is a cute little sculpt.
That's an awesome model. And there's 1,000 games we can put that into. That will go straight into the Frostgrave Monster Collection. I would have thought. That's really cool.
Very where's
nice.
my pink? Where's my pink?
That is quite a good sculpt, actually.
It is quite nice. It is quite nice.
It has detached from his base. It looks like it was super glued to the base at some point, but it has become separated. Yeah, thank you, Ricky.
Just a public service announcement, David. No, do not promote live on stream. But why not?
Ah, that's fucking genius.
Anyway,
Oh dear.
I have
fucking hell.
plans. You just don't know it yet.
Oh my god. Right. So that I think that was pretty much it for hobby. The rest of my Christmas presents from the missus were basically around Farming Simulator 25.
I was about to say, do you want to tell the boys and girls how much fun you've been having with a steering wheel and a joystick?
So I got Farm Simulator 25, and I got a full fucking wheel, pedals, so I can sit in my gaming chair pretending I'm driving a real tractor because I'm a sad cunt. But there you go. Also, she got me this. It's going to be really hard for everybody to see this. I don't even know if it's much. Oh, that is easy. Yeah. I think this was mentioned on the Weekender. Yeah, I've got the muff liquor. In fact, I've got hardly any of it left. I'm going to finish it off tonight. I've been hammering it. It's really nice Irish whiskey. But brilliant. The name alone, fucking genius. To be fair, yeah, to be fair, the wheel is fine. The wheel's great. The side console, where you've got like all of the buttons for all of your functionality of your vehicles, is where it's at, because it makes playing the game so immersive.
You mean you can push a button to lift your implement?
Been hammering the muff. Yeah. Oh my god. Ooh, mead. I am partial to a mead, Darren.
What mead did you get, Darren?
For anybody who wants to know, this is it's a bit peaty. It's a bit harsh. It's not a gentle spirit. You want to be a fan of your whiskies. This is not for the faint-hearted, not for the casual whiskey tippler, but it does come highly recommended. Not the cheapest either.
Just the OG Lindisfarne or the like Winter Spice, because that's shit good.
So, Ewok, are you swearing?
We will have no French uttered in this chat.
Shakos went for a boo. I'm licking muff. Shakos. Dave's proposing to Sam. And Ewok swearing in a foreign language, I think.
All in all, normal 5 minutes.
It's just a normal stream, mate. It's nothing unusual.
Yeah.
By the way, before we go any further, can we congratulate Shakos and Sprues on his community award on Tabletop? Well done, mate. Well deserved. Naturellement. Do you know what? I've never liked French. Any language that lacks consonants really doesn't seem functional. No, you're more than welcome. In fact, cheers to you, sir. Cheers to you.
Right, I've done the tentacles pink. Shut up, boys and girls at the back.
Right, shall we get some of these fucking models assembled? Should we do some work here or what?
No, shall we go have
Oh, you're so unfair! I hate you!
not proposing to Sam on stream. No, I'm not. Shall we go have a rant about Mantic
Can we
and their
mention it?
2025 teaser
Can we
video?
mention it?
I feel we can mention it. We've got 13 minutes until main topic o'clock.
Okay, right. Okay, so yeah, David sent me a link. Background. Some of you might not know, although I'm sure everybody in the bloody chat knows, but some of you watching later on YouTube may not know. Mantic Games did we've had a fantastic 2024, just you wait till 2025 when we're going to have another fantastic year. And they did a trailer video, teaser video, I don't know what the fuck you'd call it.
I'm going to call it a cock tease video because, to be brutally honest, the vast majority of shit in there and content in there was last year's stuff that we've already seen, played, enjoyed, etc. Or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The stuff in relation to what's coming, a series of 1 second stills.
Why?
And literally
Why?
1 second stills. Why?
Is that it? It's like fucking bish, 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 bish. What? And yeah, exactly. It's a teaser video. Teaser video is fucking understating it. And what's all this? What the fuck, Mantic? What's going on? Assassin's Creed? What? What?
You can't just walk in here and give us basically the artwork from the original Brotherhood game or Assassin's Creed 1 and go, look, we're playing this. No. You can't cock teasers like that. We love Assassin's Creed here on the channel.
I'll be honest, I don't know how to feel about it, because obviously,
well,
the Triton Noir game is good, but
the only thoughts you can have on it is Mantic are doing it, so let's wait and see.
Yeah. I am super excited though, because come on, let's get our tinfoil hats out, guys. What is this? What are we thinking that Mantic are going to do with the Assassin's Creed license?
Well, it won't be a board game.
It won't be a board game.
It won't be a miniatures game. There we go.
I was going to say.
Won't be a miniatures game. I slipped up.
Yeah.
It will be some form of board game.
I think you're right.
I hope to fucking God they don't pull a Halo Flashpoint on us and basically reskin one of their other games. But I'm struggling to see which game they would reskin.
Yeah, I don't think they have a system that would work.
Capable of being reskinned.
Yeah, no, because I don't think they've got a system that will will provide the mechanics that this needs to be
good,
successful. Do you know what?
And don't get me wrong, because none of their dungeon games work to a extensive level, do they, mate? We've
right, hang on. Okay, so we've said Halo worked. Halo was basically Dead Zone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With a bit of tweak. The dungeon game, Dungeon Saga, can't see it working at all.
League of Infamy, not at all either.
Now, somebody has said Hellboy. Hellboy, I don't know how Hellboy works as a game. I've never played it, and I've never watched any content about it. Do we think... Now, I do know that it was massively successful and very well received. Do we think that Hellboy has the chops as a core system to deliver the Assassin's Creed experience? Do any of you guys... Have you played it? Yeah, I mean... we were talking about it though, Shakos. The only thing that the Dead Zone system has going for it is it is already locked in with the verticality. So, like, it's a game that already works in 3 dimensions. It's a very 3-dimensional experience, and it's so, but it doesn't have the stealth mechanics. It doesn't have the parkour style movement mechanics. And without those things, is it even Assassin's Creed? Do you know what I mean?
I will say Worms was completely new and innovative. And
But it still felt like Worms.
Unit 17 did get involved, but it did still feel like Worms. It is still very true to Worms. It's just chaos. The only thing I will say versus Worms is because it's only 4 miniatures, because it's randomized deployments, etc.
Yeah.
It's a little bit doesn't feel like it's the usual setup of one side fighting the other. It's sort of a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to the mid or late game Worms and everything's dead and everything's sort of come together in the middle and the map's getting blown to smithereens. That's how Worms feels.
Okay. But
from the off.
It's fairly, I mean, it's, without being derisory, it's a fairly lightweight gaming experience, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So,
and again, it's so lightweight. Cheese me, I will fucking fight you.
Who would he put?
AC sucked after the second one. Original Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice. After that, yes, they did go downhill.
Yeah, I think Brotherhood. Yeah, Brotherhood was the last really good one. I think but a lot of it's basically because it's Assassin's Creed 2, isn't it, with a new story. There isn't really anything else in it. Definitely the reimagined fucking Origins and all that shit.
Shall we just talk about Assassin's Creed 3 and America?
Oh yeah, the Native
Odyssey,
American one.
or Origins, or Valhalla, or fucking Syndicate. Syndicate was nice. Syndicate was different.
Yeah, Syndicate was probably the best of a bad bunch.
Yeah, Syndicate is the best open world bullshit that they went through. But it's not exactly a fucking high bar to jump over, is it?
Yeah. As a fan of Assassin's Creed, I agree that the some of the later games, Black Flag wasn't bad. Actually,
the fucking ship mechanics were bollocks.
Yeah, but it's like the trading mechanics in 3. It's like, great idea, now do something with it. Oh yeah, that would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? Make it mean something.
Well, actually do something with it.
Yeah, make it relevant. Here's a thought. You put all this bollocks in. How about you do something with it? Anyway, we're getting off topic. We're talking about computer games. We don't do that here.
Well, we do occasionally, as just proven.
Yeah. So, night, Darren.
Night, Darren. I get it's a teaser video, but for fuck's sake, a second of teasing. What are we? All 40 odd and suffering from premature ejaculation?
What do you mean?
Well, we come in a second because we saw Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the Hellboy thing. Do you know what? I think my homework after tonight's stream is to go and
look at Hellboy and see if it would fit Assassin's Creed.
And see if that...
I'll tell you the other thing that it might be based off of.
Yeah.
Umbrella Academy, the board game.
Okay.
That didn't go down well on Kickstarter. Could be based in that similar vein.
Is that I don't really know anything about Umbrella Academy, except that it was based on an IP from a comic, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the comic is from Gerard Way, who's from My Chem. That's it.
Okay.
That's all I know.
That's all you've got. To be fair,
I mean, it's better than now, but
yeah.
it's not an amazing amount of information.
I mean, I'll be honest. Somebody says, is it Shakos says, no, Cheese Me says it's Ubisoft and they can fuck off. I'm not against that sentiment. I'm not a massive fan of Ubisoft, to be fair. As a game company, they don't blow my socks off. And in fact, the shambolic way they've handled the new Assassin's Creed is criminal. But
I mean, you knock Ubisoft, yes, but Ubisoft were involved in Triton Noir's project because it has got Ubisoft labels all over the box.
well, it will have done. It's their they own the fucking IP, don't they?
Yeah, I know, and
Just
kind of
I mean,
it's a half-finished game.
just because they want their
more on
fucking
that when we rant on it and rag on it in a review.
just because they want their fucking fingerprints all over it doesn't mean they had anything to do with the way it was designed or implemented.
Yes, they did, because it was in the original Kickstarter that Ubisoft threw their toys out of the pram and they had to change a couple of things.
That makes fucking sense.
Fucking told you. Oh, Shakos, which Fallout is that? Is that digital or is that Wasteland Warfare?
What's this? Pound.
I do believe he's being sarcastic, sir.
He still hasn't played the minis game. Yeah, but which Fallout minis game?
Is there anyone?
Because you've got, what's it? Is it Nuka Wars?
Oh, fuck, yeah, there is a second one now, isn't there?
Yeah.
Fuck. Wasteland Warfare and Nuka World?
I think it's Nuka something, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go find out on the Modifius website while we've still got
Tell you what, though,
main topic o'clock.
and I have watched the playthrough with James M. Hewitt, the new on tabletop grandmaster and game designer, and it does look like a good system. I'll give it him it. It doesn't look bad.
Yeah, but
well, yet again, fantastic quality control from TT Combat. The guy with the crucifix.
What to you?
Essentially, has his entire left leg is a blister. So, basically, it's just a thin shell of resin with a hollow center, and it's literally just cracked off. So I'm feeling
Fallout Factions.
Fallout Factions. Well done, mate.
No, dude. Stop fucking filling it. Take fucking photos.
I can't be asked. I've got to get it done for the weekend.
Dude, do it.
Okay.
Now I will go Karen on TT Combat's ass because I bought it. Do as you're told.
Actually, I shall. I don't think this is going to hold anyway, so that's good.
Because what's the worst that happens? They send out a replacement.
Yeah, that's going to need completely remodeling. Why?
TT Combat. Can I make a civil suggestion? And I will say this to you before I send the email. Can you stop putting the fucking blind man from Cornwall in charge of your quality control? Because shit that comes out of the mould has two states. It's either really good or it's fucking riddled with holes like Swiss cheese.
Yeah, and the other thing is, again, you need to look at your resin. I mean, fucking Games Workshop had issues with bubbles in Shitecast years ago, and they gave up on it because it was shit. Your resin seems to be as bad, and it's the same issue. It's bubbles. You know.
Or again, invest in some vacuum casting facilities.
Why, guys? Schrodinger's quality control. Salt, salt, salt. Do you know what? If only they were in metal, Toros. Never was a truer word said. Fucking metal.
You said it wrong.
What do you mean? Metal!
There we go. Problem solved.
Oh dear. Fucking hell. This is a mess.
But genuinely, does the quality control guy only have one functioning eye?
He's fucking...
Hence why it's so 50-50. It depends which I've got scanned by.
Yeah, it's still like he's got a blind side. So like he picks up one in each hand, which you know, oh that's I can't see that side. Shock us. There's a QC guy. Well, I'll be honest, unless he's been sacked, but that would not surprise me. It's fucking shocking.
Question.
Yes.
Tentacles on a lobster. What colour do I go?
He's orange. Why don't you go some sort of blue? Because lobsters do have blue blood, don't they? So blue.
Are we talking like ostentatious turquoise or like a dark blue grey?
No, I would go in dark navy blue or a darkish blue. I've just realised there is an entire miniature missing from this.
You fucking what?
There's no altar boy.
I think we've just answered Shakos's question. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, no.
Do you want to know how chalk and cheese it is, though? We opened Spams on Christmas Day, and Spams are basically perfect. Both were on back order to come in to Goblin, where I got them from, because they weren't in stock.
Yep, there is. If I show you guys, oh my Christ! In fact, let's go down. Let's show the internet because this is bloody ridiculous. Goodbye, Assassin's Creed. So, right, guys. So this is the contents of the box here. TT, what the fuck combat. So these are the 5
Ironic that the older boy fucked up.
Oh, fucking hell. So yeah, here's what you, as they would have said on Bullseye, here's what you could have won. But what we actually got was this fucking abomination. Let's see if I can get enough light on this so you can actually see. So this is now full of Vallejo plastic putty. But basically I've had to literally fill that leg because that was literally hollow. So
oh, but you've got the Altar Boy sensor. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah. So there's the guy with the crucifix. So I needed 2 miniatures for the painting competition. If you're watching TT Combat, I only needed 2/5 of this box for my painting competition. I needed this guy who appears to have gangrene. And then I needed whichever thing, the other half of this. So obviously I've got the disembodied arms and the sensor. but I don't
But
actually have an altar boy to hold it.
You shouldn't laugh, but fuck me.
Fucking Jesus. What the fuck, TT? Right. Okay, so I think that pretty much fucks that up, doesn't it? Okay. Huh. Right.
Plan B. Off to find some mythic battles. Shakos immediately closing the TT combat tabs that he had open.
Yeah.
The priest got to the altar boy first.
Fuck.
Checking the priest's trousers.
Oh dear. Do you know what? Let's just check. Panic over. I dropped it.
You found him on the floor. Oh,
I
for
dropped
fuck's sake! I was hoping
So
that hadn't happened.
This is good because all I need to do now is weld his leg back on. And then, I'm back in business. I'm happy as a pig in shit here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Awesome. Right, okay. Woo! Woo! That was, to be fair though, that would have been, as my father used to say, I've got the kind of look where I could fall into a barrel of tits and come out sucking me thumb. So it wouldn't have surprised me if the only 2 miniatures that I needed were like,
That's the best though, Shakos. All I now need to do is weld his leg back on. That's the sort of quality you want from your product.
Yep.
Fuck's sake.
To be fair, do you know what? I actually had a bullshit airborne, the vampire ones where everybody's got wings.
Strigoi.
The Strigoi thing. The fucking blisters on the leader model that was hanging on the lamppost, they were atrocious. Absolute. One wasn't even a blister. It was literally like somebody had got a pin vise and drilled about 12 mil into a leg. It was a perfectly cylindrical cut through the model. It's like, what the fuck? And it had got an incredible mold slip that took me fucking ages to correct. Oh dear. Fucking genius. Oh dear. So let's get on to the main topic o'clock, mate. Look at it. Time's running on.
How are we doing these? So, for those of you that have been here a while, you know that typically the beginning of the year rolls around and me and Paul always jump into a stream and go, well, let's do some resolutions. And 2023 went okay. 2024 was a bit bad from both of us. Did you ever get your board game finished that you were going to get finished?
No.
We can nail that flag to the cross then, because
that's definitely a fail. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, my Assassin's Creed is what, 20% finished, if that, and that's probably the best I did in terms of.
Yeah, but the best is, I told you at the beginning of last year, rein it in, do Mansions of Madness or something else, and you turned around and went, no, that's not good enough. It doesn't have enough miniatures. Well, at least you might have got more fucking finished than you did for the others.
Yeah. I mean, you did call it. I should have picked Mansions of Madness as the board game to do. I did attend more conventions, which was one of my things, and I think that was about it. What was the other one I failed to achieve?
Don't know.
But anyway, there is one sort of resolution that I think we're both doing together. We'll leave that till last. So
yeah, we'll do that one last.
What stupid commitments are you going to make to this year to your hobby?
Should I go with the... I'm going to go from easily achievable to hardest. Right?
Taros says, my 2025 resolution is Warpath. I've got too much of the crap coming to have time. Do you know what, mate? That's something that we've got coming too.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot about that. Awkward. So my first resolution is probably going to be the easiest one. I want to play some competitive games this year. I want to get my ass down to some tournaments. Have my
Tournaments,
fucking ass
plural.
Tournaments, yes, tournaments.
Oh my god.
Can't
Calm
just
down,
do
dear.
a tournament. I've got to do a couple of tournaments. See what happens.
So
see how it's going.
we've both signed up for the Armada event with Bantic, haven't we?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
are you including that? Because that is, Mantic have sort of like sold that as a beginner friendly.
Yes, I'm including that.
You are
because
including
also,
that. That's fine. I was just
the
checking.
The reason I'm including that in there is because I'm playing against people that I have no idea how they play.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
And about not being...
I didn't know if it was competitive enough to qualify for your...
I don't know. But we will see when we get down there. The reason I'm including it is because I don't know the guys.
Yeah.
And I can occasionally come across as a bit of a cunt to those that don't know me. Love you guys. So that's why I'm including it, because I want to sort that aspect of me out.
So what, you're doing it as like a personal development thing as much as a
I'm
new
doing it
experience
as
thing?
I want to try and experience some of the competitive nature of
Yeah.
wargaming and actually stick my nail on the cross and go, yeah, fuck it, it's really, really not for me. But there's the flip side of that as well of I want to meet some new people. I want to meet some people that are interested in the games or the things that I'm interested in to go down and play at a tournament level.
Yeah.
And play and have experiences with people outside of my traditional circuit.
Yeah.
Should we say it like that?
What about, are there any other games then? So we've penciled it. We've got the names down for Armada. Is it in March?
Yeah. The other thing, Kings of War, because I'm doing a rank and flank army this year. So if I can do a dwarven rank and flank army,
okay,
I can nip down for a game of that.
Yeah. And that is
yeah,
that is a good competitive game. The game works well for competitive play.
So this is why I'm sort of leaning on that angle.
Okay.
The other thing I would possibly like to do towards the tail end of this year is sort out some sort of Blood Bowl tournament or event for Dan.
Oh, what?
For remembering Dan at club.
A memoriam event at the club.
Yeah. So that's sort of where I want to go, what I want to do with my competitive gaming this year.
Okay.
What's your first one? Are you doing similar to me, going easiest to hardest?
Do you know what, mate? Honestly, I'm flying by the seat of my pants with this, because like I hadn't really considered doing the full on 3 resolutions, but
did I peer pressure you into 3?
Well, sort of, but then there's nothing. It's not a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? The first thing is I'm going to try and keep these really achievable. There are, I think the first resolution I'm going to make is to do more with bolt action. Because currently I've sort of completed my Japanese army. My British army has stalled, and all I'm doing is sort of playing. And they're not bad games, but I'm just sort of playing
The same shit, different way.
vanilla bolt action. When I play with Ricky, I bring what I got, he brings what he got, and we just play the base game scenarios out of the book. We're not really exploring some of the stuff that bolt action has to offer in terms of specific scenarios, theatre campaigns, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So
I know what you mean.
I think my first one is, and again, this will feed into something we're going to talk about later, but I want to do more with bolt action, because there are some game systems where all you can do is just paint up. It's like, let's take an example. So like Malifaux, I've got a ton of Oni models for 10 Thunders. I've got a perfectly workable Wong crew for Bayou. All I can do is either buy a new master or just keep expanding the collections for what I've got. There really isn't a lot more to it. Whereas Bolt Action is a game that's got way more depth than that. And I think I need to explore that depth. Do you know what I mean?
You need to go balls deep.
Yeah. And whether that might involve creating set piece battles, or really filling out scenarios.
Again, building out your terrain collection.
Yep. And collecting some other armies. Like, I was reading the Empire in Flames book, which is like the book that's got the Japanese stuff in it. And obviously it focuses on the Sino-Japanese War in the late 30s. That's a big part of that book. So obviously I could create a Japanese a Chinese force from the 30s, 38, 37, and that's another whole thing that I can explore. So
that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm liking it.
So yeah, and to be fair, like, I really enjoyed what we did with Frostgrave last year. Do you know what I mean? Just because, again, if you think about it, that is exactly what the situation was with us and Frostgrave. We had our miniatures.
We were only playing vanilla. It was
roll a random scenario from the core book. Blah blah. Repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse. And yet this year we were like, no, we're going to do one of the full-blown campaigns, and I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
I want to give Bolt Action the same
fun experience.
So that's my first one.
Yeah, bear with me a second, and then we'll do my second. My second. So, most of you guys that are here on the regular know that I don't really do interneting. I don't really. I posted one stream in what? 2 and a bit years at this point.
When you said you don't do interneting, I thought you were including fucking doom scrolling. I was like, what?
No. I don't do content creation. Let's use that as use that as the frame, shall we?
Yep.
So I have committed, by look or by crook, that this year I'm going to get some content up on the Yellow Belly Tabletop YouTube channel, in a similar vein to some of the solo stuff that Paul has done, some of the reviews that Paul has done. However, the content I'm going to do is going to be a solo war game, and I'm probably going to do some 5 parsecs. So we're going to do a 5 parsecs campaign and see how shit goes down.
That'll be fucking awesome. I can't wait to see that. For spam, we creating content. You. Oh dear. Cheese Me says, "Are you going to be painting your Assassin's Creed live on stream then?"
I'm gonna throw fisticuffs in a minute. I'm gonna throw fists.
That's fucking hell.
So yeah, that's kind of my plan.
That's awesome, mate. So
do some solo content for the channel. We may end up, if I get into it and get into liking editing. I don't know that I will, going on what Paul's told me so far.
to be fair, do you know what? I think you'll enjoy it more than I did, because like the whole digital 3D printing.
Yeah. It's more my jam than your jam, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I don't think that you will find it as much of a chore necessarily as I did.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you've got to try it to see. I think for me, do you know what? The thing is, for me, the big problem is not that I didn't enjoy doing it. It's like, my problem is, it's a bit like my version of, you know how when this sort of project, your Moonstone project, is a bit of an epiphany for you, isn't it? Because you are literally almost forcing yourself to set all of your doubts aside and just get it done and not worry about the detail and, is that the best way I can do that?
Just going ham at it.
Yeah, the problem I had was, like, even when I did like our Underworlds playthroughs, I kept thinking, oh, that would be cool if I just have those cards come in as overlays, and
yeah.
And I just kept
make a rod for your own back because it just spirals.
Yeah, so then I'm creating like dynamic little overlay images, and then I'm having to create the zoom animations and them sliding in and off screen, and then I've got to synchronize everything, and it was a bit of a self-inflicted wound, and it obviously meant that what went from being something that could have been relatively simple, I turned into a bit of a fucking drama.
Yeah. Became a bit of a chore.
What's this? It's possibly not for YouTube. Oh, look at Spam. Spam says we're making content, but not for YouTube. Oh my god.
I'm not rising to it.
We'd heard.
To it doesn't happen.
Did you see Adam Savage's new 3D printer? No, haven't got a clue what you're talking about, mate. What's that? Do you know what he's talking about,
So
David?
Adam Savage is a guy from Tested and what's the fucking Mythbusters? Used to be in Mythbusters, the gingery guy.
Yeah.
He does some 3D printing bits and pieces. I haven't seen his new 3D printer, so no, I cannot comment.
Has he entered the 3D printer market as a creator?
He's been in. I don't know if he's a creator. I know he's done some content creation in relation to it in the past. I cannot say if he's doing STLs or what he's doing or anything else like that at the moment.
So do tell, Cheese Me.
Do elaborate, sir.
It's in Toros. Rising to it might be the issue. Oh my god.
Guys, if I'm a dehydrated husk by the end of the year, you all fucking know why.
Oh my god. So, yeah, as I say, I think it could go either way. You might enjoy it. You might find... I tell you what, just plan ahead and do some practice runs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Find yourself some editing software. I use OpenShot but I don't think it's necessarily the best one. It was just sort of the first one I dropped in on. And just have a play about before you go, because that was possibly another mistake I did. I recorded a ton of stuff before I'd done that side of it. And what I should have done was recorded like a 10-minute short or a few 5-minute clips that I could piss about with and practice.
Well, I'll tell you what I can probably do, because I have already done the character creation for the 5 parsecs. What I might end up doing is film me generating the characters and going through and just explaining what I've got as a little short first before I get to gameplay. Because the other problem I have for this, boys and girls, is I require terrain, miniatures, lots of other bits and pieces. So
you've already started on your spacey
I have started on the terrain, but I also want to get it painted and stuff. I don't want to be playing with grey plastic.
Well, certainly not on camera. That'll be a faux pas. Well, so
what's your second?
Staying with the digital theme. It looks like
if you say playing FS25, I'm gonna murder you.
Yeah, my plan is to earn £10 million on Farming Simulator. No, it looks like I'm getting into 3D printing. Because one of the things my wife bought me this year was a Ender 3, is it?
Creality Ender 3, yeah.
Yeah, Creality Ender 3 printer, FDM. So, are you a fan, Shakos, of FS25? Yeah, Farming Simulator 2025. Or does FS25 mean something else in another language as well? Yeah, if you're thinking of Farming Simulator, yes, I did mention it. David and I are old fans. Okay.
What did you do in lockdown?
Just in case any of you guys are sad Farming Simulator nerds and want to join a multiplayer server for FS25, just DM me on.
Throw it in the comments, and then we'll sort it out.
Get off my
Get off my land!
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be getting into 3D printing. So I guess I should make it my hobby resolution that I do a substantial amount, or do a substantial project with my Ender 3 printer. Obviously, I've got a shit ton of work to do to get up to speed on this whole 3D printing malarkey. But
have you seen Cheese Me's comment?
What?
Is there any farmers' daughters and haystacks in that game?
It's not that much fun, Cheese Me. It's literally just farming, mate. Yeah, no. How the heck do you multiplayer Farm Simulator? Cheese Me, honestly, you probably don't want to know. Only
There
those of
is,
us want.
Just putting it out there, an esports league.
Oh yeah, if you that's the biggest headfuck. The fact that there is Farming Simulator esports. I think what was the prize? I think the prize at the last German tournament was €30,000. €30,000 for Farm Sim. Nice work if you can get it. Okay, Shakos. Have you got 25 Shakos, or have you got an older version? I've got 22 and 19 on PC. Cheesy. So what? Yep. I troll you not.
Yeah, it was an entire year's salary equivalent of.
Just Google it, man. Just Google it. Welcome to the man. So yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll sort something out. Taros, you lot are weird.
Do you want to know the best thing, boys and girls? I was the one that introduced Paul to this game. Paul was of the opinion it can't be that fun. Oh,
Oh,
Paul!
how little did he
you
know.
were fucking wrong.
Oh dear. To be fair though, again, I have. Do you know what it resonates with what I said earlier about Squidmar's video. Obviously, my father. I was riding around on tractors with my dad when I was a kid, so for me the nostalgia factor is off the scale with it. But anyway, we get sidetracked. So yeah, my second commitment is to go from 3D printing novice and noob to 3D printing expert.
Are you going to become my Padawan?
Yeah.
Are we going to do the entire
Padawan.
Yoda scene of you on my back in a swamp?
Oh, that would be fucking
or
excellent.
me on your back in a swamp?
Me doing a handstand, balancing you on my foot.
Yeah.
Or I could just clip that video off the internet and then put our faces on it. That would probably work better.
Actually, is there legs and merit? How many people would be interested in like watching me teach a technophobic idiot how to use a 3D printer?
That's true. We could make a video series. Ooh, this man's on fire. This man's on fire. To be fair, I don't know how much of you guys... Euro Truck Simulator, never played it, but I've heard of it.
ETS is good, dudes.
I tell you
ETS
what,
is good.
I tell you what, Shakos, have you played Lawn Mowing Simulator?
Oh my god.
Because I haven't either. Even I have standards.
Can I just ask Shakos a question? Shakos, do you play Elite Dangerous?
13, 15, 17 and 19. 19, no. Seriously, Shakos, don't spend bloody 40 quid.
We have 19.
I've got FS19, mate. We'll do an FS19 multiplayer server. It's not a problem. Which idiot? Yeah, it doesn't really narrow the field, does it, Taurus? The canal 25 is the one that's just come out. It came out in November last year, so it's the newest one.
I don't own 25. I own 22.
But as I say, 19 I have. So yes. So who is it? So Shakos says he's been getting back into his FDM. Are you printing, Shakos, are you printing much for your hobby with your FDM printer? Is it, I know that Tim's anti ones and zeros, and I can't imagine it's your bag, Shakos. I mean, Toros. Listen to me, fucking old man brain. I mean, I think FDM, out of the formats, I think FDM is going to be the one for me, because most of the stuff I'm going to want to do is terrain. I really can't see a scenario where I want to heavily print models, for the reason that I do like buying models from other people. You don't ever need enough models that 3D printing is really warranted, I don't think.
Excuse me.
And
Dwarven rank and flank army.
Yeah, but even then, man. Admittedly, I perhaps have a little bit more disposable income than some, but I can't see that I would need, before I glue that guy's arms on, they need to go in some hot water so I can see if I can straighten that staff, because that's a pig's ear.
Next week's Yellow Belly Tabletop will be a 2-hour discussion on crop rotation.
Now, Toros crop rotation. That was a thing in. Oh, shut up.
The best thing is, Toros, I used to play. Well, I do still play FS. But my job that I quit and moved on from earlier this year was in the agricultural sector in relation to farming and crop rotations and everything else. So consequentially, not only was I playing it on FS, I was playing it IRL.
Yeah, but to be fair, there's something less tragic about playing Farming Simulator when you actually design farm implements for a job.
Yeah. versus you, Mr. Pharmacist.
Yeah. Hey, it rhymes. Sounds like. So Shakos says he mostly designs and prints things for DIY, but he's printing a load of buildings for Vietnam. I think that's where it's going to be for me, Shakos. I think the terrain projects.
Just rub the stuff gently; it'll straighten itself.
And what, as it hardens?
You know the priest and altar boy jokes are not going to get old with that army, mate.
You can easily grow weeds in Farming Simulator, Cheese Me. Just don't spray anything. They grow all on their own. In fact, I don't know if everybody wants to say whether this is a mad idea or not a mad idea, but after a little bit of a conversation with David, I wondered if a good first project might be designing a 3D Space Hulk board. I know that loads of people have done it on, like, the project system. And I've got all the editions of Space Hulk, and it just seems like a nice thing to pimp out. Does it come with a shotgun and police? What the hell are they talking about now?
Farm Sim, do you not understand? We opened a can of worms, okay?
That the aliens one is the I've got that. I talked about that on Tim's stream. I don't follow many projects on OTT, but that one I'm following. The guy started out by building Hadley's Hope, didn't he? From the movie. Can't tell you the guy's name, but that project, holy shit balls, that project is amazing. Yeah, that would be something. I think that's possibly a little bit ambitious for my first one. You see, that's why I thought Space Hulk might be quite good, because I'm taking something and I'm just trying to copy it or mimic it or model it. And not only that, there are 1,000 companies that have done STLs.
Wow, so you're not even getting. Yeah, this is what I was about to say. You getting STLs from the internet and just hitting print, or are you learning to 3D model yourself?
Oh no! Stop! Calm down. No, I want to be just downloading STLs from the internet and pressing go.
That's fine. That's fine. Just so I know where the bar is set.
I mean, obviously, I have done 3D modeling back in the day. You
said it wrong.
What?
You said it wrong.
Back in, yeah.
There we go.
In the early 90s, when we were still on 386 computers, I used to do object modeling using ray tracing software like Povray and stuff like that. This was when you did this was in the days before you had things like Blender. Obviously they have a graphical interface. Back in the day, we didn't have that. You literally had to write the objects like code and then ray trace it and see what it looked like.
Cross your fingers and hope for the fucking best.
So I have done that shit in the past.
Anyone remember AutoCAD? Yes, cheese me, unfortunately, because I have to use that for my day job.
But I don't think I particularly want to go back there. And I stand by one of the things that's kept anybody who's a regular at the channel will have seen me be a complete 3D printing cynic saying never, not for me, not going to do it. But
and unfortunately, your missus bullied you into it, not even me.
Yeah, it wasn't even David. Now that my wife's bought the printer, the thing is, bless her, I think Ross is really keen for me to do it.
Yeah.
Because she thinks that not only will I be okay or quite good at it, but I'll find the enjoyment in it. And she might be right, because I am that sort of obsessive, nerdy type. I'm just terrified of the amount of time it's going to take.
Can I just make a civil suggestion to you?
Yeah.
That Frostgrove table you've got. When are you getting that finished?
Shut up.
Love you, dude.
I'm going to finish it the week after you do your Assassin's Creed. How about that?
The 5th of never.
5th of never. Right. So shall we we've got 15 minutes. Shall we share, everybody, what our last resolution is? Because I think it's a shared one, isn't it?
Yeah, this comes from a place of deep thought, deep contemplation. Don't know if we mentioned it just before we broke up for Christmas. Me and Paul sat in the pub on a Monday night. We racked up how many games we had, boys and girls. And between the two of us, we have 58 games. Paul owns what?
44, something like that.
40, 46, 47 of those.
Oh, hopefully it was less.
I own 40 of those 58. We have too many games, boys and girls. We will hold our hands up now and say we have too many games. Too many things have sat there on the wayside, not being played with, not being enjoyed, not being played with.
I've got Gangs of Rome. Never even been out the box.
Gangs of Rome wasn't even on the list, dude. We're now at 59.
No, Gangs of Rome was on the list.
Was it?
Yeah. I've got Gangs of Rome, never been out the box.
Drowned Earth, we haven't played in 4 years.
Yep. We've got miniatures, we've got rule books, but we've never...
longer than 4 years, because it was before the Great Plague. It was before you went to Scotland.
It was. So it's longer even than that.
It's like 5 or 6 now at this point.
I think we've had one game in actual cold blood.
No, we had a couple of games, because we had a couple of like learning wheels games, didn't we?
I can't remember, mate. It's so long ago. I can remember we built an entire terrain collection to play it with, and then played 2 games. I mean, I know it's a very lightweight game, and there was never much released for it. But I've also got Dark Horse Studios Terminator Miniatures game. Again, I've never actually played it. I own it, but I've never played it.
I would like to attack you for your Dark Elf army and your Elder army.
Yeah, I've got I've got a scary amount of fucking 40k miniatures I've never painted. I've got.
All built.
I was actually digging out all my old fantasy dwarves when David was talking about doing a rank and flank dwarf army. I mean,
Hey, Crispin.
hi Crispin.
Shakos now owns FS22.
FS22. It was only £6. He's dirt cheap. Good man. Now you can know the joy of picking up stones.
Pebbles.
Fucking hell. What was I gonna say? Honest. The thing that was most traumatic about it was so. We got to like 20 or 30 war games without even blinking.
No,
it literally wasn't hard.
We got to 40. We struggled with the last 12 because we sat in the pub and went, can we play a different game every week for a year without repeating anything? We got to 40 and then we struggled up to 52. And then we managed to find another 6.
Yeah,
as well.
we were almost
58.
We were almost trolling ourselves, but then the reality hit. That no, things are out of fucking control. So this brings us to our resolution. Now we're going to have to caveat this with we've both backed Warpath by Kings of War, which hasn't yet delivered.
Mantic are cock teases and possibly releasing an Assassin's Creed board game. The bastards.
But if it's a board game, do you know what? I'd be pleased if it was a board game because the at least it won't go on the list. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're only talking about miniature war games. Board games, in a general sense, are an easier commitment. They're less pressure. They're less stress. And the worst thing that can be said about them is they come with a ton of painting overhead if there's miniatures in them. But we've basically got to. Our resolution is no new war game systems for 2025.
And that is not no purchases for 2025.
No.
That is nothing new. Nothing that we don't already own and therefore want to add to.
Yeah.
For example,
I think
Bolt Action, Flames, Wild West Exodus, countless other things.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to expand your Drop Zone Commander collection.
Again, I might want to expand with some Billion Sun stuff. Because I've got the rulebook and Billion Sun 2nd edition is coming this year.
And again, I play more time. I have a ton of more time. David doesn't own any more time, so he might build himself a warband. But we're allowing that because it's a game system that one of us already has and is familiar with, and we're playing. Second hand, cheese me. What are you? Oh, no. I see what you're saying. No. Second hand. You mean if we buy a I don't know, a 2-player starter box pre-owned off eBay? No. We are not.
Not unless one of us already owns said 2-player starter.
I mean, give me a game. What game systems do you have? I don't own. Billion Suns.
Bloodfields. Bloodfields is another example. It's 3D printing. I've got the dice for it. I own a lot of the stuff for it. I'm going to be starting some Bloodfields this year and getting some stuff sorted for it.
Yep.
Paul will probably end up with a Bloodfields army because he really likes the look of the Japanese stuff that is available for it.
And if I enjoy the game, I'm allowing myself to build a warband for it. I've already got some spaceships for Billion Suns because I know I haven't played it yet, but David's got Billion Suns. If I really enjoy it, I might buy myself the rulebook. But that's fine because it's already on the list. It's already something that we're doing, and it'll allow us to use stuff we've got. But I mean, just off the top of my head, Bushido, Test of Honor, what other game system? I could go out and buy these now. I could go on the internet, buy these now, and not feel guilty and actually feel excited about getting them. There must be a third game system. But I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it. In 2025, we're going to stick to things that we've things that we've already got in our purview.
I've just realised another thing that may call us and cause us to falter, sir.
Okay, go on.
Strike Team Commander.
Do you know what? When we were talking about Drop Zone, it occurred to me, but I am resolute. Do you think it might you might weaken?
I may falter. I may falter. We will see.
Oh, this one could be a dodgy one, guys.
But no, this is the thing. Me and Paul have kind of said enough is enough. This is also the reason that I have gone out like a bastard this past week and gone on to Brush Rage and detailed all of the projects that I've got on at the moment. So I've got my Dwarven Rank and Flank, Moonstone, Wild West Exodus, Flames of War, Underworlds, Fallout, Wasteland Warfare. I own it all. It's not even painted yet. My Assassin's Creed, Gaslands, Bolt Action, Carnivale, Mythic Battles, Ragnarok, Ton of Terrain, Flames of War, League of Infamy, fucking Dungeon Saga. I don't need to keep going. It's a very slippery slope. But boys and girls, I have basically finished my multi-award winning Moonstone. I just need to put some sand on their bases.
Oh, mate. You legend.
8.25 hours, probably going to be about another 30, 40 minutes to sand them and black rim them.
I'm really pleased. That's pretty good for you, isn't it?
7
Are you
miniatures.
pleased with the result as well?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I have cut corners so hard in places it's annoying.
Ooh.
But details on them are a little bit finagly and cunty.
Have you watched? We've got 5 minutes to go. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to 2025. We all hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. And we will hope that your 2025 is as good or better than your 2024. What I was going to say, have you seen Miniac's worst video of the year?
No.
So at this time of year, over the Christmas period, Miniac does a roundup video, and it's basically if you watch it, it'll look familiar because it's like our videos, an aimless, waffly mess for about an hour. Where he talks about nothing in particular and he keeps jumping from topic to topic. So he talks about like progress, development in his channel, what's happened over the last year, video ideas that did work, didn't work, projects that he's enjoyed, etc. Fucking everything. It is just a waffly mess. But in there, was this brilliant bit where he was on about painting his own, because he's a bit like you in that he wants everything to be painted just right. And he realises it's an obstacle for him getting projects finished that are outside of his work environment. And he basically talks about putting stuff on the table and then like deciding whether he's happy with it. And if he's not, basically just like trying to find his own limit. Does that make sense? So he'll
find out where he can cut corners.
He'll cut the corners really hard, or he'll cut corners, and if he puts them on the table and plays with them with his mates and goes, actually, I think they're okay, he'll let himself off. But if he's like, no, I'm not happy with that, he will you put that little bit of extra effort in, he will find the.
Yeah.
And I think, mate, you should do the same. Play your game with your one moonstone, put them on the table, enjoy the gaming experience before you say, oh, no, I need to go back and do that. I need to change this. I need to tweak this.
If I put them in like order of what I'm happiest with, Bristle knows I'm happy with. He's to like my usual grade of highlights and everything with his airbrush and everything else.
Yeah,
Bristle knows is amazing. The Powder Monkey, I have cut a lot of corners with just dry brushing and the fact that he is basically about 3 tones and he's done.
Yeah.
But he looks really, really good for it. Swiggity Swooty, I'm happy with the octopus. I'm happy with the skin tone.
Yes.
I'm not overly happy with his clothing or the weapons.
Why? Because there's not enough highlights and contrast, or
yeah, there's
color
not
choice, or what is it?
There's not enough shadowiness in them.
Yeah.
Even though I've watched them, etc. Peggy, I'm happy with, other than the color choice for the brass on her leg, but I didn't really know what to do because it's not a wooden peg leg. It's a full metal peg leg. Swash is okay. He's acceptable. Like, the color choices are fine. The details and levels of highlights are fine. Krusty Balboa is probably my worst, followed by El Capitan.
Worst as in you're perceiving it to be the worst?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because he's an orange lobster with blue tentacles and some barnacles and a goblin on his back. And El Capitan for similar reason, because he's got a black hat, a grey coat on a really dark wooden boat with metal work and brass on it. But that, unfortunately, is the way it's had to paint and play, because that's what those miniatures are.
So ultimately, you're unhappy the palette's a little bit flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So, guys,
I'll be interested to see what you say when we play them.
Here's the community interaction bit. For everybody who's made it to the end of the video, well done. You are legend. Here's the community interaction bit. Regardless of how much you paint or not, do you wrestle with this dissatisfaction or worry about the quality of your own work, etc.? And how do you deal with it? What parameters do you set yourself? What limitations do you set yourself? How do you decide when good enough is good enough? Let's see some comments down below of how people deal with this or interpret this, because I think it is a problem that does affect a lot of us in the hobby.
Shakov has just attacked you so fucking viciously in chat. Models that don't require the legs reassembling.
Oh dear. I could just make him a peg leg, couldn't I? I could just improvise. Yeah, come on. Give us, because I think a lot of us, I think particularly when you're younger, and again, tell me if I'm fucking wrong in the comments. I think when you're younger, probably it's worse for the insecurities. I think when you get to my age, when you've been painting models for 30 years, to have actually kept going painting models for 30 years, at some point you either need to have become Angel Heraldas or just said, nah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
It is what it is. So, again, I'd love to hear what people have to say on the matter, because again, I think I'm a bit too old and jaded for it to make sense to me anymore. I honestly don't. It's one of the things I don't compute it.
Yeah, it's a.
Um,
I aim for quantity having a quality of its own. That said, I'm a bit picky. It's always at least 3 sets of paint, something I just can't get on with a splash contrast on and done. You'll always be your own worst critic.
okay.
I mean, again, I'm a fan of some contrast. Like my league stuff with contrast ons come out beautifully, and some of the Wild West Exodus that I've put contrast on has come out beautifully. I just don't think contrast was for these sculpts, to be brutally honest, because the details are a little soft. And that's no discredit to Goblin King Gaming. It's just the way these models are sculpted. They're sculpted in a very realistic, caricature style way. And unfortunately, they don't take contrast as well as some soft PVC from Mantic.
Yeah, I mean, Shakos says there he likes contrast. He just has to give it the extra step, and I think because we were talking, funnily enough, we were talking about speed paint contrast, Vallejo Express, whatever the fuck we were talking about them before we came on, and I said I've not used them. When I first, if everybody can go back at when we first started streaming was when Speed Paint launched, and I got the basic 24 colour set, and I thought they were fucking brilliant when I first started using them. But the thing is, when you take Speed Paint over a pale undercoat versus flat colour with some sort of wash layer, equivalent speed, for me, the quality really is largely indistinguishable. And I don't find I'm reaching for the speed paints because I'm able to live with what basic painting and a wash gives me.
The other problem you have with speed paints is you have to be so clean.
Yeah.
Because of the white undercoat, you cannot get it anywhere else because otherwise you're affecting the next speed paint you put down.
And the other thing is, because they're I know that Mantic had a particular issue with the Wave 1 speed paint with the reactivation bollocks, particularly with the reds.
Army Painter, you literally cannot even get your fucking paint brands right now.
Sorry, Army Painter. I don't know, what did I say?
Fucking Mantic.
Oh,
Mantic.
Look, I'm allowed to. I'm old. It's permitted.
Says who?
The other thing, what was I saying? Yeah, even if we say that Army Painter's colour bleed problem isn't a thing, they're still transparent paints. So if you paint outside of the lines or go off, you can't easily fix because you have to go back in with your undercoat, your primer, and it's like, I just don't see that the time for me. If there was a time saving, I'd use them more, but I don't see it's there. And we're over by 5 minutes. Look, we're going to call it there, guys. Fantastic to have everybody with us tonight. First things to do is to say thank you to everybody in the chat. Shakos, Cheese Me, Spam, Damon, all the rest of them. You guys, you are legends in your own living rooms, and you make the stream, you make it for us, which is important because without you guys, it wouldn't be half the fun for us. If you can only find time to do one thing, click the old likey button. It helps. You are, sir. You are very much a legend. I'll message you on Discord, Shakos, and we'll find a time when we can hook things up. You've got it recorded live on the internet, Cheesy. You don't need it in writing. Yeah, no, I knew as soon as I said it. Oh my god, that's going to get picked up.
Look, Paul, take the keys out of the JCB ignition, step out and away from the vehicle, wrap this motherfucker up, because we've got to go plant some seed.
Did you hear that, Sam? Right. Click the like button. Do the other YouTubey shit. Super cool. Right. Okay, guys. We will see you all next week. Paint competition. Links in the description. Accept my gifts. Accept my sacrifice. Plant those seeds.
Night, guys.
Night, guys.
It's another Thursday night. I see Crispin's wearing tights. Spanner's getting in the bath. Young David's full of wrath. Paul is tightening his straps. Where on his apron you saps. Technical difficulties. They're really such a crime. Technical difficulties. They happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop 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 time. Cheese meat is on day release. Dan Silk tries not to crease. And Ewoks keeping nice and warm. In bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the handyman is opening up the can. Technical difficulties. They're really such a crime. Technical difficulties. They happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop 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 time. Cheese Meat is on day release. Damn Chef tries not to crease. And Ewoks keeping nice and warm. In bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the handyman is opening another can. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. 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 Cheese Meat is on day release. Damn me up tries not to crease. And Ewoks keeping nice and warm. In bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the handyman is opening another can.